Oh, okay, I'm making a video. Alright, early in the morning kind of video, but hot as hell already. It's gonna be a tough day. Um, really, I've walked 45 feet, I'm already sweating. So anyway, yeah, I wanted to, respond to a comment. I should just have read the comment, but, busy, all that shit. So Mariana left kind of a snarky, useless sack of shit type comment. First, doing the, I'm an arrogant, pompous, what I mean. I just love these people who think they're authorities on nutrition or some other kind of crap, and they think there's real correlations between a healthy body and a healthy mind. It's just such a crock of shit. Hawkins is regarded as one of the best physicists in the world, and his body is a absolute piece of shit. Anyway, it's just nonsense. There's no such thing as brain food. Grow up. Your stomach is full of the most caustic acid pretty much on Earth, and your intestines absorb little tiny molecules. So quit pretending it makes much difference what you throw in there, other than how much you throw in there. I mean, come on. It's basic elements, basic nutrients, a few amino acids. It's really not that complicated to get the nutrition right. And the real health problem in the world is fat acidosis. So please, cut me a break. You authorities on nutrition. You don't even know my goddamn diet. How the fuck can you make judgments? It's just amazing. Well, anyway, going on to the other point, which is positive mental attitude is so important, blah, 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 blah. What exactly does that mean? It's like this happiness word, all this other tripe that people spew all over the place. I'm happy all the time. Yeah, how often? What's the ratio? Do I want to be the nuclear power plant that is you? How likely are you to spend the last 10 years of your life in the nursing home pooping your pants? I want to know that kind of information before you tell me your life is worth living. Again, all this talk from people who, seem to have no clue. They all seem to think they're going to be immune to disaster tomorrow. You can get the bad diagnosis, and all of a sudden you're not so fucking smart. So, knock it off. Yeah, you happy people. But anyway, it's an important subject. What's the appropriate level of optimism or pessimism, positivism or negativism? I mean, these are just the wrong way to approach what we're looking for, which is a realistic understanding of reality and a practical psychological balance of delusion. Obviously, our psychology, the little animal that runs inside of us in the wheel, needs to think running the wheel makes sense. Even if it knows the world is doomed and fail, it needs to run the wheel because it might be able to prevent some of the worst of the fail. So yeah, it has to stay in the game. But again, I've talked about this, and to get comments from people as if I haven't talked about it over and over again is just so obnoxious, rude, pitiful, disgraceful. I mean, I'm arguing for a truth. You have to provide a counter argument. You can't just say tripe like, yeah, it's important to have a positive mental attitude. I am positive. I'm positive I can, if at minimum, if I can't stop you from being assholes with words, that you'll end up killing yourselves, which will be probably a lot more entertaining and a visceral ha ha, you stupid fuck way. But yeah, it will be a total disaster. Either way, it's going to be comic relief for somebody who, wants to watch something get blown up by its own bomb. It's just, well, whatever. So anyway, let's discuss the subject of risk evaluation. What is the appropriate level of risk avoidance? Isn't that the subject, people? You're saying the nuclear power plant is just fine. Okay, now and then a little spewy of this and a little spewy of that, and yes, 1 million people blow their brains out, and yes, billions of animals get ground up in slaughterhouses, and yes, nature slaughters zillions of animals every day, but otherwise it's running just fine. Tickety-tock, because I'm happy. Alright, that's your argument. And my counter-argument is, what are you, fucking nuts? Yeah, come on. I shouldn't even have to do this shit. Go through this over and over again. So first you have the asymmetry style argument. The argument that on a gross scale, the only thing you're living on is delusions in your head. You cannot rationally explain any necessity beyond your own urgency that life exists on Earth. There's no evidence in the universe that the absence of the existence of the Earth will in any way deprivate the universe, that it will create prisoners or suffering or in any way a negative thing. It's free of negative consequence. So that's your first problem, is that you are in a situation where you're not speeding to a fire. You're not doing something urgently necessary. You're doing something like, I want to get my nails painted. You're doing something trivial and frivolous. You're doing something to satisfy a delusion in your perception, not something you can rationally explain to exist. Like rock. Rock is sad. Rock wants friend. Okay, I move rock over to rock. Now rock has friend. Good. I did a good thing. You don't have that. There's no friend to move the earth to. There's no crying earth. There's no sympathetic earth. None of that exists. There's no need for the earth to exist. It serves no function. So again, all you have is the delusion in your head that there's an important mission I'm on. I'm being life in the universe. Yeah, those are just words. They mean nothing. Okay? They're just crap in your head. You're not explaining a rape scene and why it's urgent that we run over there and stop the rape. You're not explaining how the universe is going to cry so much. No, you're not explaining that. So you have nothing. You have a no excuse problem, okay, for any casualties. So that's your first dilemma, okay? That's the asymmetry. That's the we don't need to be here problem. And that's a big fucking problem. Now, here we have the imposition argument. Here you go. This is the one that's more interesting because this one has nuance and vagary. How many people have to die in a nuclear disaster before you say no mas? What's your number? How do you decide the number? How do you arbitrarily calculate how many other people get totally fucked in the ass for your economical electricity? Explain it to me. Explain how one person, one casualty is justifiable. Tell me, explain it to me. Explain it to me. How you run one person over to paint your nails. Explain it. Oh, that's right. You won't have an explanation. There'll be no explanation. There'll be, I think you need dietary advice. Fuck you. You need to change your diet. Yeah, right. Yeah, my diet's the problem. It's not the world being fucked that's the problem. No, it's my diet. This coming from authorities that really have no place they're talking from. No authority. None. Zero credentials. Fuck. Alright. So, yeah, this imposition thing is tricky because it's really troublesome. How do you justify even one fatality? How do you justify that one person being totally raped, okay, for any benefit you glean? How do you do that? How? I couldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I'll use the analogy again. If I'm going to the fun park and we all go or none of us go because we made a contract with each other and one person is going to be made horribly sick and have an awful, awful time. Well, I'm not going. I'm not going to force them to be sick. I'm not going to force them to suffer so I can go, yay, whoopee, ooh, I saw some side boob, ooh, what a fun day. No, I'm not going to make somebody horribly sick and force them to suffer so I can see a little side boob. I'm not going to do it. It's not ethical. It's not decent. Okay, so don't tell me I need your positive, indecent attitude. Fuck you. Explain it. Demonstrate to me your right to create victims. Fuck. The entire biosphere right now exists to feed you. You're not on Star Trek. You're not on the Enterprise. Some self-sufficient, neutrinium-powered starship. No, you're running yourself on a biosphere of sentient creatures every day, eking out an existence, okay, that will likely end very badly. How do you even justify that with your positive attitude? How positive should you be? Again, this suggestion that the slave owner shouldn't get depressed about owning slaves. No, have a positive attitude. It's just the way it is. We own slaves. Too bad. Ha ha on the niggers. That's all you're doing. You've just niggered. Okay? You niggered this butterfly. You niggered him. He is black, which is kind of funny. Yeah, you did it. Okay? You. You just said, I'm going to wipe away any accountability, any responsibility. You're afraid to annihilate human existence? Well, you're not afraid to annihilate the existence of everything that suffers for your existence. You're certainly not afraid to do that. You'll negate something sentient. There's another one, swallowtail, the yellow variety. The yellow one. Yeah, this is kind of funny, right? They come in those two varieties, yellowish and blackish. Anyway, just disgusting. I mean, really. This is your duplicity and your hypocrisy and your positive, affirmative, bibble-babbly mush talk in the face, in the jaws. Doing this when it's right in your face, if you just care to look for it. It's all over the goddamn place what you're costing. And you're going to sit there and pretend to me that I should be empathetic with your need, your desire to have a positive attitude. Well, fuck you. Any more than what is necessary to get you through your day is too much. And certainly when you're using these contrivances of convenience to negate responsibility as you step, as you force a new little toddler across the living room to fall on the nails. Makes you even more disgusting. So do not preach to me with the non-argument of your sappy, wimpy, vacant, mushy, drivelly talk about positive attitudes. Okay, what people need is rational understanding. Get a real and such. Okay. Now calm down. I'm sweating like a pig already. I haven't even got to work. Gotta go to double work today. So, first chore, turn the pool filter on, and then I have to go to work. And then I have to go do the other chore job. See, I know pool nutrition anyway. Look at that pool. Beautiful. And come on. Yeah, I know how to keep a pool healthy. So, alright, where was I? Alright. So really, I don't need to go into it. I probably could contrive, besides imposition and asymmetry, I could probably contrive a third argument, but I won't. Instead, I will point out more on this nuance of value equations and the word risk and how you apportion punishment, and the fact that, as much as you don't want to admit it, this is a huge catastrophic flaw in the game of life, is that consent has nothing to do with it. Okay, that you can't acquire consent in the creation process. Now, maybe in the future you'll be able to biologically clone yourself and then install your program, rematuration program. And so you'll have the same childhood experiences. Maybe you can modify them, recondition yourself, play with your psychology in terms of what your disposition will be, and then awaken your clone at, say, 13, and let him play out the game. And you could call that a kind of consent. You were created by yourself. Your own, Frankenstein A made the Frankenstein B. And as long as you can't modify that new individual too much, you could say it's consensual. Okay, the older version imposed on the younger version. And there is an assumption that the older version would know what the younger version would be apprehensive in being forced into, the risks and such. And then it could play out the life, and unlike you, it probably would be unlucky, maybe, and it would get hit by a car the next day and be paralyzed for the rest of its life. And maybe you would have some kind of rationalization like, well, I understood that was a risk, and it happens and it's acceptable. I mean, so what? I like being in a wheelchair. It's fun. Wheelchairs are fun. I like riding in them. Right? Some kind of bullshit to justify the fact that you've put something new into the world, put it at risk, and for no other reason than silly vanity. Frivolous, silly, nearly psychotic, if not psychotic, vanity. That's it. Narcissism. In a kind of evil way. I mean, I'm a narcissist, but I would never force another version of me to play the risk game, because I know how lucky I've been. I know how many times I just missed. Total fucking disaster. So I wouldn't touch this, I don't even know how to, this Russian roulette. It's not even, obviously Russian roulette is kind of well, big deal, you're dead. I mean, it's, if they made a roulette game where the punishment was crushed balls, impotency, some other kind of horrid threat, that's just too damn cute, isn't it? You're too damn cute. Yes, you are. Too damn cute. Too damn cute. I saw them when the day after they hatched. They were down the stream. They were so tiny. These little tiny little golf balls of fluff. They were so cute. Oh, fuck that shit. So anyway, all that crap is fine for psychology. It has nothing to do with philosophy. This seems to be a thing you have to explain to women primarily. Well, no, more often. Yeah, just happened to turn out that way. Maybe women's shows, My Little Pony and stuff, get them off to a bad start. But regardless, whatever the reason is. But yeah, you've got to be able to make these distinctions. Psychology is a philosophical subject. It is not philosophy. You do not philosophize from your psychology. Oh, damn, horsefly. These obnoxious bugs. Fucking parasite, fucking laden shit worm, fucking infested fuck shit place. But he has cute little duckies. Anyway, I am just totally, I'm totally wiped out and haven't even got to work yet. This is going to be a really great day. No, it's about 1,000,000 degrees out here. No way I should be doing this. I don't think. Mostly. Quite possibly. Oh, fuck, I'm going to take this shortcut. Yeah, but this is where I get into trouble. You walk through this kind of shit. All kinds of monstrous horrors live in here. And, you just step on a rattlesnake or something. Oh, fuck. You walk right into a spider web. Get out of here, will you, fucker? Can't you find somewhere else to play, stupid bugs? Be in my way. Don't they know that I'm important? I have missions. I'm on a mission. Damn. Didn't somebody give them my memo? Get out of my fucking way. I'm coming your way today. Get the fuck out of my way. And get my memo. Anyway. And now I'm getting allergic too. Oh, a frog just jumped in the water. Oh, jeez. This gun, he's gonna be. Alright, anyway, now we're done with the videoing. Now here is a nice pleasant area. I can't believe how hot it is this early. Shit. Today is going to be incredible. But there's a breeze. So that should be good. If it holds up. It's obviously not doing me any good right now. Compose thyself. Yeah, now that's better. So till next time and such.